You reached out your hand, and your dog licked it. Your face, your hands, sometimes your feet, sometimes first thing in the morning. And you smiled and said, "They're giving me kisses." But a 2025 study, measuring how dogs' licking behavior relates to human facial expressions, revealed that this behavior is a far more complex language than we thought. Affection, sometimes yes, but not only that. And where they lick, your face, your hand, your feet, each says something different. The obvious explanation: they love you, so they lick you, and that's partially true. But researchers noticed something. Licking is used by dogs in very different contexts and for very different purposes. Sometimes affection, sometimes appeasement, sometimes information gathering, sometimes stress. And these 4 different types of licking look identical from the outside. Science has found 3 layers to this, and the third one, what it means where they lick, will help you understand what your dog is actually saying to you. The first layer, licking changes your dog's brain. Research shows that when dogs lick, endorphins are released in their brain. Endorphins, the body's natural painkiller and feel-good hormone. This release calms them, relaxes them, and makes them feel safe. And immediately after comes dopamine, the neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and motivation. This means when your dog licks you, it's not just about communicating something to you. Licking feels good for them too. Physically, a mother dog licks her puppy the moment it's born, to clean it, stimulate blood flow, and bond. This is the dog's first social experience. And that behavior, that first bonding mechanisms, was transferred to you. When your dog licks you, they're using the same neurological patterns as mother-puppy bonding. This isn't a small detail. This is a deep bond signal with evolutionary roots. Think about what this means. The very first experience of safety your dog ever had, as a newborn, before their eyes were even open, was being licked. That sensation was their first contact with warmth, with care, with belonging, and now they're offering it back to you. The behavior that first made them feel safe is the same behavior they use to tell you that you make them feel safe. When was the last time your dog licked you? Morning greeting? When you came home? When you were upset? Write it in the comments. I think the pattern will tell you something. And here's the evolutionary context that makes all of this make sense. For 15,000 years, dogs lived in close social groups with humans. Physical contact, grooming, licking, touching, was the primary language of social bonding in those groups. Dogs that were skilled communicators, that could signal their intentions clearly, that could read human emotional states and respond appropriately, were the ones that built the strongest bonds with humans. Those bonds meant better food, better shelter, better survival. The dog in front of you is the descendant of 15,000 years of dogs who were selected, generation after generation, for their ability to communicate with humans through exactly this kind of physical behavior. Every lick is the product of that entire history. The second layer, and this is what most people miss, a 2025 study measured what dogs do when they look at angry human faces. Result: when dogs encountered angry faces, the rate of lip and mouth licking increased significantly. This isn't a kiss. This is an appeasement lick. The message: I'm not a threat. Calm down. Everything is fine. This signal, coming from wolves and the dog's ancestors, was used to reduce tension within the pack. Today, if your dog comes to lick you during an argument or a tense moment, they may be trying to comfort you. But researchers say this is also the dog's way of managing their own stress. So in that moment, they're both calming you and calming themselves. This is actually a remarkable thing when you think about it. Your dog doesn't have words. They can't say, "I can see you're upset and I want you to feel better." But they have this, a physical behavior that simultaneously signals safety to you and activates their own calming neurochemistry. They found a way to comfort both of you at once. Next time you're stressed or having a difficult conversation and your dog suddenly appears and starts licking, notice it. They didn't come for food. They didn't come because they need something. They came because they read the room. Write it in the comments. Has your dog ever done this at exactly the right moment? Now the third layer, and honestly I think this is the most interesting one. Researchers found that where they lick matters. Your face, especially your mouth. This is the oldest evolutionary signal. Wolf pups would lick the adult's mouth to trigger regurgitation of food after a hunt. Today, when your dog licks your mouth, it means, I'm with you, I trust you, I'm bonded to you. The deepest bonding signal. Your hands, usually information gathering. Where you were all day, what you touched, who you saw. Your hands are a data warehouse. Your dog licking your hand could also mean they want to be petted. Think about that for a second. When your dog licks your hand right after you walk in the door, they're reading your entire day, where you went, who you touched, what you ate. Write it in the comments. What does your dog do first when you come home? Your ear. The apocrine glands in the ear canal produce an intense scent. Your dog licking your ear is partly interest in the salt and scent source, but also a close social bond signal. In packs, those who groom each other are individuals who trust each other. Your tears or salty skin. They do love the taste of salt, that's true. But a study published in Animal Cognition also showed this. Dogs approach crying people and lick them. Not just for the salt. This is comfort behavior, your feet. Usually attention-seeking or greeting. Less loaded, more I'm here, notice me. Every place they choose to lick is telling you something specific. They're not just licking randomly, they're communicating, in the only language they have. And the more you pay attention to context, what was happening, how you were feeling, where you were, the clearer the message becomes. Your dog has been speaking this language your entire relationship. Most of us just haven't been fluent enough to listen. Where does your dog usually lick you? Face, hands, feet, somewhere else? And does it change depending on the situation? Write it in the comments. I genuinely want to know what patterns people notice. Here's the finding that surprised me most. Researchers tested a question. When dogs lick, are they receiving information or sending it? Answer, both, simultaneously. While licking, scent receptors activate. They're gathering chemical information from your skin, your stress level, where you've been, what you've eaten, how you're feeling. And at the same time, because they're performing the licking behavior, endorphins release, sending a bonding signal. So a single lick simultaneously gathers information from you, sends you a bonding message, and makes them feel good too. This is one of the most efficient social behaviors in the world, and you call it a kiss. Technically, that's not entirely wrong. But here's what makes it even more remarkable. Most social behaviors are one-directional. You either give information or you receive it. You either comfort someone or you comfort yourself. Licking does all of these simultaneously, in under a second, repeatedly, without any conscious effort on the dog's part. It's a behavior so refined by evolution that it accomplishes in one motion what would take humans several sentences and minutes to communicate. But there's something important to mention here. Licking is sometimes a sign of stress or anxiety. If your dog is persistently licking themselves, their paws, their body, a specific area, this isn't communication. This is a discomfort signal. Compulsive licking, especially repetitive, unstoppable, focused on one area, can be a sign of pain, skin allergy, or anxiety disorder. Licking you is normal and beautiful. Licking themselves, especially persistently, is something worth asking a vet about. So the next time your dog's tongue touches you, on your face, your hand, wherever it may be, remember what's actually happening. Endorphins releasing, dopamine arriving, the neurological patterns of mother-puppy bonding activating, an appeasement signal, an information gathering moment, a bonding behavior, all at the same time. If you call it a kiss, you're not entirely wrong, but in reality it's something much deeper. They're talking to you, they're learning from you, and they're bonding with you. In one lick, every single time. On this channel, every week we go deeper into the science of the bond between you and your dog. Because they chose to spend their one life with you, they deserve to be understood.